Estás a punto de ser expuesto a recibir alto contenido de ruido. Los efectos secundarios son responsabilidad de quien lo escucha. Efecto ruido blanco.
Ruidosos y ruidosas, yo me encuentro aquí con nada más y nada menos que la emperatriz. Directo desde Francia. Ustedes saben que yo he puesto esta banda hasta el cansancio en mi programa y es por eso que me hace muy feliz tenerlos aquí conmigo en esta entrevista previo a su show el próximo 28 de abril en Pepsi Center. So, hi guys, how is Mexico treating you so far?
Oh, so well, yeah.
Good. So, I want to talk with you about several things, your past presentation in Tropico last year, your future presentations here in Mexico City and Guadalajara. But first, I want to talk about your music, your album, Takotsubo, that it literally means, it's the name of an illness in Japanese that comes from a fishing technique. But I really feel, and tell me if I'm mistaken, this is like a kind of a pause in a phonetic world, and despite it was pre-produced or produced before pandemic, so I don't know why I feel it was like meant to be for COVID and isolation time. So I want to know what was the intention when you were recording or producing this album.
I think the first intention was to create a rupture with the first album, Matahari, you know, in which we made like, we explored, you know, basic, classic pop songs and in a really French way. But in between, we toured. We toured a lot and we discovered many countries, as Mexico, as the United States, many others. And so we decided to, you know, take advantage of it and assume our influences. And we took every memories from this tour to make this album and to create free music in a way, you know, music with breaks, music with like a lot of freedom, and just create many breaks in the way to just propose something different.
Okay, and you were speaking about Matahari, which I feel is like a shiny, dark, glossy French disco vibe. And I think that with Takotsubo, it's like a opposite complementary album. I don't know why. I feel like some pause that is, okay, let's have like a minute to chill the vibe. And I also found this thread between both albums, that is the art. I feel it's really different. As I told you, Matahari for me is like this glossy, dark, shiny vibe. And Takotsubo is, I cannot not think in Daft Punk, all these city pop elements they took from Japanese culture and they put it into their 90s or 2000 videos. So what is the importance, or how is the process for you to create this visual aesthetic art that complements your music?
Actually, the visuals, we don't think about the visual when we are composing, and it's also we are not the creators of the visuals. We always work with people that brings ideas, and we like the fact that when people bring ideas of visuals or clips and everything, they bring their own interpretation of our music, and that's how we work. Actually, it's like we do like the fact of having people bringing their ideas, and we work together on it.
Okay, but for example, how is the process of choosing like these ideas you have from people outside? How do you choose them? How do you say, okay, this one is good, this one goes with the vibe of the music?
Oh, it really comes naturally. It's like like you said, it's a vibe. So you can feel, like for example, for clips you have like scripts. So you have several directors that send you scripts, and you can feel like, for example, for Peur des Filles, there was Hope Perry who directed the clip. He was one of the directors that sent script, and when we read his, it was like everyone was like did agree about like, oh, okay, this is the one we want to pick.
Okay, and speaking of Peur des Filles, I feel your lyrics are kind of personal and sometimes political. In Peur des Filles, I feel there's a criticism in an industry that is systematically violent, especially for women. And I want to ask Fleur and all you guys, how do you feel being a band with a front woman in an industry that is less, but still systematically violent for women? How is for you as musicians and in your daily life?
Well, for us,
Well,
for me
you
speaking
guys,
as a boy, as a man, it's like we feel like we think about it, but it's like our bubble is like our own and we have the chance to work with people who are with the same mindset as us, which is like there are no like, I mean, like everyone should be at the same step and everyone should be equal.
Well, it's an important thing that you say, and it's not common to mention it, so thank you for that. And it's true that music is an industry that is led by men, and also it's not only led by men, it's men only, basically, on stage and also off stage, in the office and everywhere. So it's an industry that is hard for women because there's such a little number of women that, of course, then they are victims of violence. I mean, they're more likely to be victims. So yeah, it's something that is really on my mind, of course, and I try my best to fight against it. It can be through music, but through all of the political stands. And yeah, it's something that has to change now because women can do music. It's a thing, and people should be aware of that. But there's still a big lack of role models for women in this industry. And to me, it's the first step. It's like we need to have more women in this industry so that more women can tell themselves, I can do this. And because in music school, there's the same amount of women and men. So there's a problem when it gets to be professional. Then women, they don't dare. They think they're not good enough. So yeah, it's a big thing, and hopefully we'll get better.
Yeah, I hope so as well. And okay, guys, speaking now about your upcoming dates here in Mexico City and then in Jalisco, I know you choose, or I don't know if you choose, Mexico to be the opening date for your virtual tours in 2020. I don't know if it was on purpose or it just happened.
Well, Mexico has strangely been one of our biggest audience, place in the world. There's France, and Mexico comes right after France. So, of course, it's a big part of our tour and of our life as a band. Even the venue we play on Thursday, the Pepsi Center, is one of the biggest venues we've ever played in. It's actually the second one right after Paris. So. Okay. Yeah, of course, we can't, of course, we want to come and play here, and it's very important in our tour.
And I saw you guys in Acapulco in December, and let me tell you, I was there, and it was the show of the festival. Yeah, people were talking about it, and really, as an audience, it was so grateful, like, to have a live concert after all the things that around the COVID. And I don't know if you felt it that way as an artist, or how was the experience?
Let's talk about Tropico.
Actually, yeah, I think we felt pretty much the same thing you felt, as an artist, not being able to play, it was really, really hard for us. And to reconnect with the audience and to be able to do gigs, that's a 50-50 thing with the audience. And so we enjoyed it so much. And we can't wait to play here in the Pepsi Center. It's the same, it's just a sharing thing with the audience. People were stuck in their houses, so what you do, you check on internet or you see stuff, but it's never gonna be the same as a live performance. And so, yeah, that's it.
Okay. And okay, so just to end, there are like several questions I like to ask, like quick questions. So is there anything you're listening to right now that is blowing your minds? Any recommendation for Mexican people in music?
Recommendations?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, the whole band, we were listening to Silk Sonic a lot these days, for the several months. But personally, there is some French bands that we love. And that would be, for me, there is guys, they're singing in French, it's called Feu Chatterton, and they're a very interesting band.
Have you listened to Latin bands or something?
We saw it's not a band, but we saw Kuko
Okay.
at Coachella, and his set was really good. And it was funny because he was talking to. He said he did a shout out to all the Latinos in the audience, and it seemed to be a lot of people. And yeah, he's really cool, and he came to see us also when we played, and yeah, hopefully we can do something with him in the future. It will be a dream.
Good. Okay, let's imagine you have a blender and you have to put 5 artists or ingredients to have as a result of L'Imperatrice. What will be those 5 artists or ingredients? Or artists or bands?
Let's put 6.
6, okay, yeah. Each one has to...
Okay, each one puts
Yeah.
an ingredient and it makes the band. Okay.
Start with David.
Okay.
Okay. Tu commences.
Un nom de groupe qui caractérise la
Non,
fin.
c'est un
Après l'impératrice. Artiste, ouais.
Un ingrédient.
Imagine t'as
Un ingrédient.
un mixeur, et
Ouais.
tu mets un artiste dedans.
I think Daft Punk.
LCD sound system.
Okay.
Maybe Ennio Morricone.
Okay.
I'm thinking lyrics wise. I would say, for the lyrics, I would say Michael Franks.
Quincy Jones.
Good.
And I would add Luis Ponfa.
Okay, good. Well, guys, thank you so much, and I'm really happy to see you on Thursday. I'm really
De
looking
nada.
for it.
Es un
And-
placer.
Un placer. Thank you so much, and ruidosos y ruidosas. Eso fue la entrevista con la Emperatriz. Espero les haya gustado y pues nada, que siga el ruido en ruido blanco. Thank you.
See you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys.
Estás a punto de ser expuesto a recibir alto contenido de ruido. Los efectos secundarios son responsabilidad de quien lo escucha. Efecto ruido blanco.